Hello friends, today I am going to show you the applications of digit sum and last digit by considering one of the recent SSC CGL Tier 1 question, that is data interpretation question. You can observe here. So questions are very lengthy and even the data is too lengthy. But in exam you will be having only 20 to 30 seconds of time within which you should have to solve that too accurately. See, you can clearly see the tabular column, that is 5 bar 5 and 5 different years and 5 different institutes. Okay, and these are the some data given according to the table. Okay, in question they have been asking us to find the total number of students enrolled for vocational courses in Institute C in 13, 14, 17 is what percent of the total number of students enrolled in all the 5 institutes in 2018. Okay, see, they are asking us to find the percentage of Institute C in 13, 14, 17 out of all the students enrolled in all the 5 institutes. That is, we have to consider complete 2018 data. That will be our denominator. See, I am not going to do this problem with traditional method because I know by going through the traditional method it may take around 1 minute 30 seconds or 2 minutes also, because counting all the data and performing the calculation it will be too risky and lengthy. So I am here using only the digit sum concept. Okay, see, they are asking us to find the percentage, right? First you must know what should come in the denominator. Of course, in denominator we have to consider all the 5 values of these. We have to all these 5 values and we have to keep it in the denominator. And for Institute C, considering only 13 and 14 and 17, only these 3 values in the numerator. Okay, but I will not do directly, I will just do it by digit sum method. Okay, I hope if you haven't seen that my digit sum and last digit concepts, please check it in the previous videos of mine and you can understand there. I will explain clearly by taking simple examples there. See, 140, 142, 135, 138, 145. I will not sum all the values. I will just take only the digit sum values. So here I will take 14 means 5. Okay, and 142. Okay, 5 plus 2 7. Okay, 5 plus 7 again 12 means 3, overall 3. 3 plus 3 6, 7, 7 plus 5 12, again 3. Okay, 3 1 3, 7 plus 8 again 15, that is 6. Till here I got 6. 6 plus 1 7 and 5 4 9 as it is. So denominator digit sum value is 7. That's it. I will just write only this value. And what about this? 1 2 5 8. 8 plus 3 11 means 2. 2 and 5. 2 and 5 7. Okay, again 7. As I previously told you, whenever you will get a 7 in the 7 digit sum in the denominator, you have to multiply by 4, right? And percentage as usual, no value of this. So 7 4 again gives digit sum as 1 and 7 4 again gives the digit sum as 1. So in whichever the option the digit sum value is 1, that will be my answer. Okay, you can check it here. 62 gives the digit sum 8, this will not be my answer. 55 digit sum is 1, this is my answer. And 58, this is 13, digit sum is 4 and again it is 8, it will not be my answer. Okay, you can cross verify by performing traditional method also. Okay, let me do here only, I will clarify here. Let's just take the calculator and do the calculation firstly so that you can understand. So 140 plus 142 plus 135 plus 138 plus 145. So 700 will be my denominator value. Okay, and numerator value will be 125 plus 120 plus 140. this will be my numerator value 385, okay, into 100. This is what I need to find, right? And you can perform by the calci also. 385 into 100 divided by 700, you can see 55%. Solving by the traditional method or through my method, that is digit sum method, you can get the same answer, but the only difference is this may take plenty of time, whereas this digit sum concept, if you practice very well, you can perform this within 10 seconds, I think. For explaining you people, I have taken this much of time, and slowly I have explained you. Otherwise I would have taken it 8 to 10 seconds to perform this. Check the options also. All the options got different digit sums. You need not to worry about that. Okay. Likewise, if you try to practice and implement the concept that I have been told in the previous videos, and usually you can hold a very good speed in calculating these data interpretation questions, which will be so much helpful in all the competitive exams. This is the most recent question that has been asked in the SSC CGL Tier 1 2020. This is the DI question. Okay, so this is one application. I will switch to another one. Okay, so here ratio concept. Even in ratio concept, we can apply the digit sum or last digit method, and you can usually solve this question within fraction of seconds. Okay, you can read the question. When x is subtracted from each of 19, 28, 55, 91, the numbers obtained in this order are in proportion. So then what is the value of x? So they are asking us, they have given the numbers 19, 28, 55 and 91. In order for these numbers to be in proportion, what must be subtracted from each number? They are asking that. So we know if A, B, C, D are 4 numbers, for A, B, C, D to be in proportion, we know AD must be equal to BC, right? Means A into D is equal to B into C. This everyone might be knowing. But what about here? So we need to subtract x from each term. That is 19 minus x into 91 minus x, because A is here 19, D is here 91, right? And 28 minus x into 55 minus x. This is B, this is C. So but no need to calculate, multiply 19 into 91. It will take a lot of time. You just keep it like this, 19 into 91. Okay, you just open the bracket and cross multiply. Multiply this 19 into minus x minus 19x, again minus 91x plus x square is equal to 28 into 55. Just keep it like this only. You need not to multiply whole thing. And 28 into minus x minus 28x minus 55x again plus x square. X square here get cancelled. Okay, and remaining whatever, I will just go by last digit method. See, 9 into 1 last digits, I will get 9. Okay, and here 9 1 last digit will be minus 0x, right? And here last digit is 0, and here 28 55 is there. You will get the last digit as 8 plus 5. You will be getting last digit as minus 3x. Okay, since 19 plus 91 gives larger value, we would have to shift this value this side in order to get the value. For this I will move this to this side, that is 9 is equal to 0 minus 3x. We know very well 0 minus 3 cannot be subtracted from 0, but we should have taken one carry, then it will become 10. Means 0 minus 3, obviously it will give 7x. Okay, or 7x is equal to 9. See, 7 into what gives you 9 as the last digit? That's my question. What we must multiply here with 7 so that we should get 9 as our last digit. The only parameter which will give you 9 as the last digit is 7, right? So this is my answer. Since 7 into 7 gives you 49, right? So that's it. In wherever and whichever the topic or the concept of aptitude, you can you just be knowing how to implement those methods with with accuracy. No matter where you are applying, just keep in mind whether can we implement it properly or not. That's it. Okay, see, this is the proportion question that has been asked in CGL, that has recently happened SSCGL exam. Even for this question also we can implement the last digit method. I hope you have understood this question, right? Okay, you can solve by your method also, and you just keep a timer and check your time, in how much time, in what time do you solve this completely. See, I feel performing this by last digit method is one of the best trick I ever learned, so I'm just telling you. Okay, this another one. So I will just take another example. So I am just here to show you the power and the implementation of these two vast concepts, means universal concept, the digit sum and last digit methods, in any of the topic of the aptitude question, whether you are preparing for SSC, bank, or whatever may be the competitive exam. Keep in mind that if you practice these concepts very well, if you haven't watched that videos of digit sum and last digit method, please check my previous videos and get in touch with have a grip on those topics, so that you can perform any complicated problem whichever may be the topic, you can easily implement those topics. Okay, see, coming to simple and compound interest problem. So the question here is, so what is the compound interest in rupees on a sum of 8192 for 1/4 years, means 1/4 years at 15% per annum if interest is compounded 5 monthly. This is something unique. Okay, 5 monthly. So I will just write down the data. So P is 8192 and the rate of interest is 15%. Okay, so in fractions, 15 by 100 or 3 by 20, right, in fraction. And time here is 1/4. See, 1/4 is the time. In mixed fraction you can write it as 5/4, right? But the interest is compounded 5 monthly. What does it mean? So interest is compounded for each 5 months of the year. For this, time must be multiplied by 12/5, and this 3/20 whatever the rate, thus that must be divided by 12/5. This will give the overall rate. This will give you 3 1s are 3 4s are 1 4. This will give you in fraction 1/16. This is R. Okay, and what about this? This will give the time period as, so this is the time period. For 3 years you have to calculate, and the rate of interest is 1/16 in fraction. So we need to calculate the compound interest. We know the formula for this: P into 1 plus R upon 100 to T minus 1. So keeping all the values, 8192 1 plus, since we have directly taken the ratio 1/16, no need to mention 100 again, 1/16, we have to cube this, right, because time is 3 years, minus 1. Okay, see, now here I am going to apply the digit sum method. I already told you 819 gone, 9 no need to consider, only left with 2. And here 7, 1 plus 6 7. Whenever we have denominator 7, we need to multiply by 4 for both numerator and denominator in order to eliminate this. Okay, here 4 plus 1 what we will get? 4 plus 1 4 into 1 4, 1 plus 4 whole cube minus 1, and this digit sum gives you 1 plus 4 5 whole cube means 125, means 125 in the sense digit sum is 8 minus 1, which is 7 into 2, 2 into 7, 14, means digit sum must be 5. In whichever the option you get digit sum as 5, that will be my answer. Okay, I will check here. 6 3 cancelled, 1 plus 4 5, that's it, this is my answer. See, you can check other options also. 1740, 11 plus 1 13, it is 4, digit sum is 4, this is not my answer. Again here 7 plus 3 10, 1 2 7, digit sum is 7, this is also not my answer. And 164 11, digit sum is 2. Okay, these are not my answers, this is the correct answer. You can check by your method also. See, for explaining you people, I have taken, you know, step by step analytically in order to make you understand. Otherwise I would have taken very short time in order to achieve this. It all depends upon how much do you practice in a real consistent way. It all depends upon your efforts. Okay, so I just here showed you, so what are the real applications of the previous concepts that have been explained in the previous videos, that is digit sum and last digit method. See, in simple and compound interest you can apply this, even in a data interpretation also you can apply this, ratio, proportion, percentage, wherever you want, wherever you do get calculations, you can easily apply those methods. Only condition is you have to have a complete and perfect grip on those concepts and practice well, so that you will achieve a very good speed in competitive exams to fulfill your desires. Okay, hope you understood guys. Keep watching. Thank you.